What's up guys, AFK Tech here, and today we're going to be taking a quick look at what my setup is. So I got this request from one of my viewers, and I wanted to go ahead and go through what my setup is. So this is my apartment setup, so this really is pale in comparison to what I have when I'm actually at my house, where I can actually, put things into the wall and do all that fun stuff, DIY stuff that I like to do. I'll definitely have another video showing you that here at some point. But let's just get right into how I have everything set up here in my apartment. So right now I've got lighting going on, these DIY lights that I built. They're pretty cool. Super helpful in a really dim lit room like this. But to kick things off, we got my Maxnomic chair right here. So I have a review on that on my channel if you wanted to check that out. I'm really loving it. I think the sticker shock kind of hit me at first, but as time has gone on, I've really grown to love the chair a lot, and it's kind of a pain to not be sitting in that nice of a chair all the time. So then we'll just go from left to right here. Got my headphones, so these are HD 598s. They're the ugly color version. They finally released black version, the special edition. Kind of pissed off about that, but what can you do? I got my Blue Yeti right here. This might be getting changed out soon because it's got some whine issues, some digital noise. Not sure if it's a USB interference on my computer or what's going on there, but it's probably about 3 years old now, so it might be time to get an upgrade, hand that down to one of my siblings or something along those lines. You can see I got a sock on top for my pop filter, very cheap pop filter, and then I've got a microphone boom arm here. It was like 15 bucks on Amazon. Reviews were kind of back and forth, but I ended up getting it, and it is awesome actually. I really love having that over just the standard stand that the Blue Yeti comes with. For my mouse mat, I got the Aki. It's XL, super long, super nice. I always get questions on what that is. I'll definitely put a link down in the description for you guys to check out. You got the Ducky Shine 5 here. That's my daily driver keyboard. I've got that video on my channel as well. G502, that's my daily driver mouse. And then we got my little sound setup here. It's nothing fancy. This might be getting upgraded as well with the microphone. So I've got a Topping TP21. It's a little desktop amp. It takes RCA into the back. So I actually have RCA out on the back of my computer, but if you don't, you can use stereo jacked RCA to get power there, and then it's an amplifier for standard speakers. So I got some old monitors that my dad had sitting in the basement. They're okay. They're nothing fancy. So there might be an upgrade coming up soon. Over there in the corner, I've got my Orco drive dock. Got a 1 terabyte WD Black sitting in there right now. That's kind of just my junk drive, I guess, kind of where I just dump stuff when I don't really want to put it on the NAS, and I don't really necessarily know what I want to do with it. It's just kind of like the crap pile that stocks everything, all the files that I don't need. And then we got my monitor here. Let me back up so you can get a better picture. So this is the Dell U2515H. So it's 1440p monitor. I really love it. 1440p is awesome. Definitely something you should look into upgrading to. The only thing bad about it is when you get 1440p, you got to think about how much graphics horsepower you're going to need for it. So then, I guess that's pretty much everything on the desk. If you guys want to see a review of any of this stuff, just let me know. The TP21's interesting. It's not too expensive, but that might be something people might want to see. So I'm going to back my chair out and get down here. So then you've got my case. I'm using the Define R4. Got it for sale, 69 bucks or something. Awesome case. Built probably 4 computers in it by now. Can't complain about it. It's a solidly built case. The only issue I have with it is I lug it back and forth a lot from school to home, so ITX build might be in my future. We'll see. It won't be moving my stuff into an ITX build, but I just built a completely separate computer, which I guess kind of defeats the purpose of being able to port it around, but we'll see. I got an Xbox 360 controller, so I use this for playing like Rocket League. I got a USB 3.0 SD card reader. That's crucial if you have any sort of high-speed SD card, because the USB 2.0 ones are locked down at like 30 megs or whatever. On the left side, I got my Think server. I got a video of this as well. This is pretty much backs up all my files here. Has a lot of videos on it. I kind of share it with my roommate. We both invested in it. It was super cheap at the time as well, though, and very powerful. we can use it for basically anything that we can come up with to use it for. I got a little Dynex switch there. It's one of my crappy ones. I don't really have anything fancy networking wise here because I don't really see a need to have it because it's not really permanent, and I'm not going to be living here next year anyway. Got a Monster surge protector. I worked at Best Buy for a little bit, so those bad boys were cheaper than dirt. You'd be surprised on the markup, or you probably won't be surprised on the markup when it comes down to it. I guess I can open up my case for you guys to get a better look inside. Let's see, the R4 is super quiet. Only thing I don't like about it in my case is, as I said, the weight, but they have the vent system on the top, which allows you to have more soundproof. So obviously you got your soundproofness, your sound dampening panels here, but you could also have them on the top, but I have an H100i, so I had to take them out. So I kind of lost the extra sound dampening that came with the case. So in here we've got my rig. The specs here are going to be a 4770K GTX 970. We got 16 gigs of G.Skill RAM. I got an old HX 750 that was my first computer power supply. Still has like a 2-year warranty on it because at the time Corsair was handing out like 8 or 9 year warranties with those bad boys. And they still do on some of their higher end ones, but that was considered one of their just generally higher line ones, not the ones you have to pay, you know, your arm and a leg for. I got an Intel 730 40 gig SSD. That's actually new for this year. I was rocking a 180 gig SSD, an Intel one, in tandem with a 1 terabyte hard drive, but finally don't have to worry about what games and what programs I have on my OS disk, which is super nice. I got a Sabertooth Z87. It's getting old. It was purchased with graduation money. So, I mean, the thing is there's nothing compelling right now to upgrade to. So that might be something that I'm thinking about in the next year or so, but we'll see. Outside of that, there's not really anything else that's so fancy about this. I got some Noctua fans on the H100i. That's what that cooler is right there. I don't mind it, but as I said, taking the top vents out really kind of killed the sound dampening properties for the Define R4, so it's kind of catch-22. You get that better cooling, but I got that thing on sale for like $50 when they were going out of stock since H100 GTX was coming out. But outside of that, guys, I don't really have anything else to say. If you guys have any questions about anything you saw in this video, be sure to let me know. I can do some reviews on some of the things that I haven't done reviews on yet, and you know, any other topics you guys want to hear about. I'd love to hear some comments. It really gives me some better ideas on what to do. I'm working on my camera shake. It's still a little crazy, but I'm getting used to it. These are some of the first videos I've ever done. So if you guys have any more questions, be sure to leave a comment. Like the video if you liked it. Give it a thumbs down if it sucked. If you hated it, give me some comments and some feedback on how I can fix some stuff and maybe exactly what you guys want to see. Be sure to support me on my Amazon link. That helps me a ton, and make sure you're subscribed. AFK Tech signing off.